Alexa thinks I'm talking to her, but I'm not. Wish me luck. Talk to you about the situation. Hi, welcome to Fiber Love Diary. I'm Trish if we haven't met, and if we have met, welcome back. We're gonna dye in my kitchen today. Haven't done that in a while. Welcome to my kitchen. That's not mess. I'm just waiting for the bowl of my mixer to be clean in the dishwasher. This is the channel where I am documenting my fiber journey, so you might see dyeing, spinning, weaving, knitting, crocheting. I'm gonna do something new coming pretty soon, like really pretty soon, in the next probably 2 or 3 months. Something I've never tried before, and I'm getting kind of excited, you can tell. I feel like crying right now, and let me tell you why. So I've been thinking my camera was not working as well, and I found out that actually I had a corrupt memory card, and it turns out I lost the first segment of this video, and it was filmed like 2 weeks ago. So I feel like crying a little bit, but here we are. We're gonna just recreate it. I'm gonna do my best. I've been cleaning house, I've been doing a bunch of stuff, and I sat down to edit, and I was like, oh no, 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 no. So then I had to go into the trash, pull the corrupt memory card, and like go back and figure out which numbered file would be the correct one, and that is the last corrupt one. So I threw away the memory card. I won't accidentally use it again. It's just really it's a bummer. What can you do though, you know, right? Months ago, I told you guys that I was struggling when I was making dish towels to find all the colors I wanted. There was, I don't know if it was a shortage or if one of the dyeing houses that does cotton was behind. I'm not exactly sure what the reason was, but I couldn't get the colors that I wanted. I usually buy it from Great Northern Weaving. I like their Maysville 8-2 cotton. If I can't find a color there, I will go to Webb's and try to get the Valley yarns. I don't quite like that as much, and I honestly don't know if I can quantify what I don't like about it as much, but I don't. There was stuff there I couldn't get either. I was feeling nervous about not being able to get the colors that I want, because color, when I do the dish towels, is like 90% of what I work with. Usually it's less pattern. It has gotten to be a little bit more, but still color is really important to me for the dish towels, and I love weaving dish towels. So I bought a whole butt ton of white, plain white 8-2 Maysville cotton from Great Northern Weaving, and I dyed some of it in a video. I wasn't super thrilled with how that went. I used someone else's tutorial or example of how she did it. I just figured I needed to start somewhere, and this is kind of how I always do everything. I find a starting off place, and then what doesn't work, I kind of discard, and then I try something new and try to make it work the next time. So I wound this into a 2-yard hank. It's 1,600, it's supposed to be 1,680 yards. I'm sure it is. It's a half a pound of cotton. So this time I did something different. Our Karen she comes to the lives. She's been a huge supporter of my shop really all along. Wrote me a note and said she had dyed cotton with her grandma when she was like growing up, and told me how they did it. So I thought I would try it. I am using, hang on, let me get the dyes. So the dyes I'm using are the Dharma Fiber Reactive dyes. I kind of wonder if this is my problem right here. I'm gonna try Pro Chem the next time we do this. Just spoiler alert, I still am not 100% thrilled with what I got. One of the reasons I struggle with dyeing cotton is because so much rinses away, and it makes me feel not great about the process. So we're gonna try Pro Chem next time. What I did was I wound this into a 2-yard hang, and then I filled this, I don't know, probably 3 inches of water. Then I added 1/3 cup of soda ash fixer I got at Dharma, and 1/3 cup of plain table salt. So this is the way that Karen and her grandma did it. I thought, let's try it. And I soaked my hank of this yarn overnight for, well, actually for about 26 hours. Okay, it's the next day. I wasn't exactly sure how I was gonna do this, but I bought an extra shower curtain liner at the Dollar Tree to do this, and I thought, okay, we're gonna try it. I don't really like to use single-use plastics if I can help it, and I figured I could do this over and over. We'll see how it goes. It's been soaking for over 24 hours, probably like 26 hours now. And I'm going to apply dye to it. I think I'll use the gray, the sea glass, and then where'd my blue go? Hang on. And then the little boy blue are the 3 colors I'm gonna use. One person said I didn't use nearly enough dye. I feel like, I don't get it. If I didn't use enough dye, why did I still rinse so much out? It doesn't make sense to me, but cotton's a different, all the plant fibers are just like a totally different thing. I wanna save this water because if this works well, you can just use it again. And I'm gonna lay this out, and then I'm gonna put on my mask to do the dyeing part. Okay. Here's my plan. I'm gonna tell you before I put my mask on. I'm gonna apply dye to this, and then I'm gonna add a little bit of water so that the dye will kind of like travel around because I squeezed out most of it. And then I'm gonna wrap it up and let it sit for 24 hours. So let me go get my mask on, and I'll be right back, and we're gonna put the dye on. Okay, so I have put on my dye. I've added water here. I don't really know if this is gonna be good or bad, but it is going to be. So now I'm gonna close it up. Just like that, I guess. Just trying to make sure no dye is coming out. And then I'm gonna close up either end. And I'm actually gonna like squeeze the water and the dye through it. I really want it to kind of mix and like, I know it's gonna be kind of splotchy. I think I might like that, but I think also there's like gonna be a point where you can put too much water on, so I try to be really sparing with the water. I think I might have gotten where I want to be though. Okay, let me squeeze it. Just let me squeeze it from this end. There's probably going to be some white here. I know there's going to be some white here and there. Although, you know, once it all gets squeezed in and sits for a while, who knows? So this is kind of what it's looking like now. I think I'm happy with that. So I'm gonna go ahead and just close it up this time. I'm gonna roll it. Brave. Trish is brave doing something she doesn't know what she's doing, right? Okay, so we're gonna roll it all the way. That does mean some of this dye and water is gonna travel around. I'm just gonna set it aside until tomorrow. So we'll come back and look at it and rinse it tomorrow. In fact, I'm gonna go get the rinsing tub and I'll set it in there. Okay, this is the tub I bought to rinse cotton in so that we could really see how much dye is coming out. So I am gonna put it in there just to be 100% sure no dye leaks out on anything. I'll see you tomorrow and we'll check it out. And we'll probably have to rinse it 100 times. But it's okay. If it turns out cool, it'll be worth it. Good morning. We're in the kitchen again. It's the next day. It's morning. It's probably somewhere between 22 and 24 hours. I don't know exactly what time it was.
You have to unlock your device.
So we're gonna rinse it. I used a lot of dye, but it's a lot of yarn. It's a huge skein, you know what I mean? So I'm hoping that it won't be that crazy. It probably will be crazy. Rinsing cotton always feels crazy to me because when I dye other fibers, well, when I dye protein fibers, you don't have that runoff. And there's some Jack Aerie going on back here. So I'm gonna get cold water going. Okay, I'm gonna take this out. Oh, surprisingly. Okay, can you see the water? Look, can you see this water in here? It's not that blue. Okay, cuties, this was number 7. I'm gonna show you, there is a tiny bit left, but I'm leaving it. I feel like I could go forever. I could do 10, I could do 15, and there's still gonna be a tiny bit left. So I'm just gonna be brave and I'm gonna leave it. We'll lay it in here so you can see it against the white. And I am going to take the camera down. I know it's not dry. I will actually hang it outside. It takes so long for this stuff to dry. It's crazy, of course. So I'll kind of fluff it apart and hang it outside to dry. It's supposed to be nice, at least for a little while today. Much happier than last time. I'm kind of worried you're not going to be able to get all the color. I'll try to adjust it, but even then it's only adjusted for my screen. But it's much better than last time. I really, really like it, and I think it will look great in the warp for some dish towels. I hope this helped somebody. Pretty excited. I feel like Karen's method is much better. Thank you again, Karen, for sharing your method with me that you used with your grandma. Just straightening out the hank. I think this will make a really pretty part of a warp. I was thinking that it would look cool with black. Next week we're going to be weaving. Tour de Fleece is still going on. Life is nutsy cuckoo. I expected after the sale, I thought you guys would be like, no thanks on the fiber for the next couple months, and it isn't that way at all. I've been shipping every day. Thank you so much for supporting my shop. It keeps me going here. That and the joining the channel is really what keeps me on YouTube. I don't think I could do it without. So thank you guys for your support. I hope you're all having a great summer. If you're here, if you're in the Southern Hemisphere, I hope you're having a great winter, and I will see you guys very soon. Thanks, I love you, bye.